Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to read to you a story called Monarch Butterfly. I know we've been looking a lot at our caterpillars, and Miss All has her ant farm, so I decided to read a book on monarch butterflies. This is by Gail Gibbons. A monarch butterfly settles on the leaf of a milkweed plant. She gently presses a tiny egg onto one of its leaves. The egg is the beginning of another. So you see her right here. If you look right here, here's the egg. It's summertime in the north. A breeze stirs the stem of the milkweed plant. The monarch egg is white and shiny. It is the size of a small dot and sticks to the leaf. So it's really, really tiny. If you were outside, you might not even notice it. When the butterfly lays the egg, she makes it sticky. Wind and rain cannot make the egg come loose. So you can see it's holding up in the storm. In a few days, the egg hatches. Out crawls a small caterpillar, also called a larva. First, the caterpillar eats the eggshell and then chews away at the milkweed leaf. The egg of a monarch is almost always laid on a milkweed plant. The plant will be its food. So you can see here the caterpillar, or the larva, has crawled out and started to eat. It's kind of like the story, The Very Hungry Caterpillar. When they first come out of the egg, they're super, super hungry. The caterpillar eats and grows and begins to change. It breaks out of its old skin, showing a new skin underneath. This is called molting. A couple of weeks ago, when we Zoomed, I read you a book about the caterpillar and how it molts and it sheds its skin and how it does it a couple of times. So this is kind of going over the same thing. For 2 weeks, the caterpillar eats and eats. It molts about 5 times. Finally, it is a full-grown monarch caterpillar, about 2 inches long. So it's about this long. Now something wonderful begins to happen. The caterpillar creeps to the stem of a leaf. It attaches itself to the stem and drops down head first. The caterpillar's bright colors become greenish. Then the skin splits and moves up to the top. The skin falls off. A new, strange form appears. What is this called? We talked about this. Good, it's called a chrysalis, or a pupa. A new, strange form appears. It is called the chrysalis or pupa. The chrysalis is like a blanket that is wrapped around the body, growing inside. At first, the chrysalis is long and soft. Then it shrinks and hardens and becomes light green, decorated with gold dots. So you can see right here it's light green and you can see the gold dots. Inside, the monarch butterfly begins to grow. About 2 weeks later, the chrysalis changes again. It turns gray-green before becoming transparent. Transparent means that you can kind of see through it. Inside are white dots and orange-black lines. What do you think that is? Let's see. The chrysalis wiggles. Then it splits open. The butterfly begins to pull itself out. The head and legs appear first, and then the rest of it slides out. The wings are tiny and stuck together, and the butterfly's abdomen is big. So this is the abdomen right here. The abdomen becomes smaller when its fluid is pumped into the wings. The wings become bigger. A caterpillar has turned into a butterfly. This is called metamorphosis. So the change from the caterpillar all those weeks to become the butterfly is called metamorphosis. The butterfly sits quietly for a few hours, waiting for its wings to dry and harden. At last, they begin to move slowly and then beat faster and faster. The butterfly flutters up toward the sky. Monarchs have a bad taste and will make a bird or animal sick if they are eaten, so most of them are left alone. So the animals see those bright colors and they know not to go near it. There are many parts to a butterfly. So these are some of the parts. We have the scales, and the scales of the wings make up the colors. We have the wing, the head, the feeler, or we call it the antenna, and it's for touch and smell. The tube to the mouth is called the proboscis. It sucks up sweet juice called nectar from flowers. Then we have the thorax, the leg, and then the abdomen. The monarch butterfly only flies during the day. When it rains, the butterfly stays dry, hidden under leaves. Fall is on the way. Soon it will be cold. If the monarch butterfly doesn't fly south, it will die. Once again, it darts up into the sky. The butterfly will take a long trip to a warmer place. This is called migration. The monarch will fly to where its ancestors have always gone, sometimes to the very same tree. It's pretty cool that they know that. Other monarchs keep appearing, making a cloud of orange in the sky. At night, they rest in trees. You can see them resting there. Sometimes they fly up to 12 miles an hour and almost 100 miles in one day. That's a long drive. There could be over 1,000 butterflies traveling together. They fly places such as Florida, Southern California, and Mexico. Some butterflies migrate 4,000 miles. They will stay south throughout the winter.
Atlantic.
Excuse me. Some towns and cities are proud to have the butterflies visit them. They have festivals to celebrate their arrival. Children dress up for parades in butterfly costumes. Sometimes there's a band, and visitors come from all around. You can see their cute little costumes as they dress up. Monarchs can cluster together, thousands of them clinging to one tree, a butterfly tree. In the spring, these butterflies will migrate north again to the fields of milkweed plants. And then this is how to raise a monarch butterfly. I'm not going to read all of this, but you can see that you start off with the jar, and then you got the caterpillar, and it goes through all the stages, and then you release them. When ours hatch out of their chrysalis, then we'll release ours as well. So I want you guys to write 3 things that you learned from this book.